Where do you stand on music reading? Can you already do it? Do you wish you could? Do you think it just gets in the way? Here are 4 reasons you want to learn music reading as soon as possible. I'm Ruth Roland, the Fiddle Geek, and if this interests you, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video on note reading for fiddlers. So I used to play in this cover band. We would meet up and play once a month. A week before, 10 days before maybe, we'd get a set list and we'd learn all the music. Every time it was a completely different set list. I think the whole time I was with the band, we repeated one song one time. It was extreme. And during one of the breaks, we after the rehearsal, before the concert, the lead guitar turns to me. I was rifling through my music, and he says to me, "Man, I wish I could read music." And that stuck with me. This man had been singing and playing professionally since he was a kid. His ear was great. His memory, like a steel trap. But memories start to fill up after a while, And it's really handy to have that sheet music there. You can just look at it. You can see at a glance how the piece starts, which is something that is not so easy with tabs, for instance. That's reason number 1, to relieve your memory of having to keep all that information right at the front. Reason number 2 is it makes edits so much easier. Just a mark to show the bowings, which bow direction, if you work out something that doesn't come quite naturally but makes everything a whole lot easier, those types. So you can just make a mark. If you want a hit and you used to play it like a long held out note and it needs to be a hit, you want to make that mark. That'll help. So edits like that, if you need to play the harmonica part while Dustin's in Shreveport at his family reunion, those kinds of things are easier with sheet music than they are with tabs. And if there's something I'm missing about tabs, I know there are all kinds of fiddle tabs. All sorts of fiddle tabs. There's some on staff and some just letters and numbers. That is another issue, right? And that's for another video, right? The inconsistency with fiddle tablature across people from person to person. One person's tabs might not be another. Standard music notation is always the same. So edits. That makes edits easier. That's the second reason. The third reason is if you need to play a piece that you've never heard before, like say your niece is getting married and she sends you some music to play at her wedding, and that's flattering. You want to play at her wedding. You want to give her her dream wedding, but the music maybe doesn't have a title on it, or her friend wrote it, right, in honor of the occasion. There's no recording to go with it. You can't look it up online. If you already read music, you're one step ahead of the game. And the fourth reason, and these are just 4 of the many, many reasons that you need to learn to read music. But the fourth reason is also important. If you do any songwriting or hope to one day, you can write the song down. Instead of having to rely on recordings. Who knows what recording technology is going to be like in 100 years, right? But who has a cassette player anymore, for instance? I know I do, but not everybody does. And phones might be different. The recordings might not transfer so well. You don't know what that's going to be like. But if you write the music down. Music notation has been the same for hundreds of years. It's not going to change in another 100. So to relieve your memory, to make edits easier, to play pieces that you've never heard before, and to write down pieces that you've just made up. I'm really excited about this. If you are too, watch this video next, and I'll see you there.